Welcome to the Field of Streams, where every week I, your host, Janeen McCrae, read a short piece of my writing to you so that you don't have to. I just take the burden off you. Easy. Now, each week, before I actually read the thing that I've written, I like to give a little background on where the inspiration for it came from. Sometimes that inspiration will be something I read, or sometimes it'll just be something I'm thinking about. I think this one was just something I was thinking about. Thinking about how oversensitive I can be. I guess that's my confession. I am probably an oversensitive person. I am frequently overwhelmed by not just situations, but art, the arts, poetry. Music is a big trigger. As I get older, the more I express it in an outward way. I used to be able to hold it in, and now it leaks out of me. Sometimes literally. Sometimes I cry. Sometimes I express it in a different way. I'll, for example, play a song that's grabbed me by the heart 20 times in a row while I'm listening to it in bed at night in the dark. Sometimes I'll have to pause a viewing of something to come back to it at a later time due to anxiety or fear for a fictional character that's in a show. I'm looking directly at you, Better Call Saul. Oof, that was a tough final season for my anxiety. Anyway, I wrote recently about a similar topic of how happiness is something I feel strongly physically within my body. The link of that is in the description. And in some way this might have been an early precursor to that, since I wrote it 2 years ago, so maybe I've continued to turn this subject over in my brain like a stone and let the worms wriggle out from underneath it. It is related. Many of the things that make me feel happy, beyond being in nature and being with people I love, are sparked by what I talk about in this. I'm talking about art, works of art, and how art or the arts can make us feel. Sometimes happy, sometimes confused, sometimes angry. Art! Is there anything it can't do? I mean, think about books. Have you ever read a book that whacked you across the back of your head? Maybe one that you just ripped through front to back and experienced a sort of lost time with it. You were so transported by the story. And have you ever had a song that made you cry, made your heart swell up? Metaphorically, if your heart is actually swollen up, you should probably see a doctor. And what about film? Have you ever been watching a film and just felt the emotion well up inside of you, whether it was fear, anxiety, love, happiness, joy, anger, all the feels? Maybe what you felt defied description. That's what I'm talking about in this, and I guess I'm wondering how other people are affected by it. What does it take to get your feels going? Your homework after this episode is to ask yourself this. Are you affected by art? Have you ever cried because of art? Because of a song? Because of a book? Don't be shy. Let me know. Okay, that's enough setup. Sit back, open your ear holes, and accept the sonic tremulations of my weird voice into your brain this day, and allow yourself to feel something as I read to you a piece of my writing called Just Feel It. Rolled like ancient carpet that's seen many lives, many footfalls of love and loss and poetry, pain and joy, birth and sickness, and too many 6 o'clock newses. Rolled up in it, and willingly. Twisted and wrung out with relentless waves of surprise and delight, finding the deadened sinkholes of boredom within your day now filled. Thrown into the muddy fast waters of mystery, darkened with the tone of the unknown until the close of this storied business. Lined up against the walls of this chaptered revolution, your brain is caught in the ecstasy of exposition and blindfolded to the ones with the clacking guns. This language, this peeling back of crackling skin, exposes the whitened skeleton of your understanding. Closing, shuttered, shattered and satiated, you lay down your dog-eared mind. You are depleted of more than breath. You ever read a book like that? Every cell's best friend, every twisted deoxyribonucleic line scribbled in your imperfect composition is lit. Every atom capable of mobilization marches straight to the citadel of your heart to claim it in the name of sublime reverie. Compelled to elevate from the softest part of the underfoot where hesitation resides and exaltation lies sleeping, you rise from the very ground of your stagnation to achieve brilliant luminescence. It is as though the very tingle of yes has strung wires to your long-abandoned power station, the shiver in the bones, the vibration of the spirit, the staff of life thwacking you to movement. Dumbstruck and fascinated, a hand reaches into the air, possessed by a lyrical phantasm made of pure sound, solid notes, and a transcendent tone that cannot possibly be of this earth. You ever hear a song like that? Colours seep and drip into a languid pool of magnificent distractions, urging you to worship. It is sudden and unexpected devotion, perfectly placed, lovingly stroked, expertly mixed. The wideness of your mind exposed to the infinite expanse of this imaginary world, given an all-access pass to explore the very corners of far-off horizons and darkened landscapes. Disbelief suspended and credits given, pixels made perfect in the instance of their projection. This blanket of wrapped around sounds and oozing vision surrounds the senses in newly cocooned peace. Briefly alive, forever engaged. The sum of collective toil strapped to a rocket and shot hot into your eye. It lights up your consciousness in the battle between acceptance and understanding. Liquid and oily, bright and slick, the saturated spirit now painted in hues of, oh wow. You ever see a film like that? To find footing in an uncertain moment, worthy of this spot, in this room, on this planet. To validate in the beat and click of a word, the touch to your arm, the calming and familiar voice. Opinion and thought and the fidelity of your excellence affirmed, typed by their hand to an interface set to scroll across your self-confidence cryon. Whole, complete, made to be born and born to make. You ever have a friend like that? Caught in the swell of a nerve-made roar. The remembrance of a now-past friend, parent or lover, overwhelmed in the moment but blessed by the sometimes unwanted gift of memory. The influx of emotion coursing through your empathic system to flood the causeways and substations, gates now open and running wild. A smudge of love to rosy a shy cheek, the flight of regret and guilt and bitterness sticking heart to flypaper with a buzz of life. Acceptance let in. Pain admitted, anger railing and flailing about in the cluttered front room of your psyche, smashing internal crockeries instead of external jaws. Sadness, jealousy, disproportional sorrow, joy, love, desire, fear and relief, boredom and nostalgia. You ever allow yourself just to feel? And there you have it. Today's episode, all the feels. This podcast and the writing it's based on, which is writing from my newsletter called The Stream, which you can sign up for at janeenmccrae.substack.com, are born from the imperfect exercises I do to keep my brain agile. If you enjoyed this, please share it with a friend and follow the podcast on the platform of your choice so that you never miss a future episode. But for now, I'll leave you with this. Love what you love, and I'll see you out there, making stuff.